Sometimes animals come to us in what seems like luck, and it can change our lives in immeasurable ways. Have you ever gone to a shelter and met a pet and felt like it was destiny? Please listen to the story Animals My Love would like to send you all now. It will make you happier. I stopped at Petco to pick up food for my 2 cats, and I went by the adoption area to say hi to the cats currently housed there, like I always do. All 4 of the shelter's enclosures, or cat condos, as I like to think of them, were occupied. The cat in the upper right cube caught my attention. He was a chunky, all-white, young adult male who was, at the moment, up on the raised shelf in his cube, giving himself a leisurely bath. He was sitting in that undignified sprawl that cats sometimes do, with his back legs sticking out awkwardly in front of him, and he was half slumped against the wall for support. He looked like Jabba the Hutt if Jabba had been a cat. I had to laugh. He was ridiculous. The shelter volunteer came over and we started talking as the white cat continued to bathe himself. I could hear his loud slurping as the volunteer and I talked. This cat, whose shelter name was Skittles, had been a barn cat the first year of his life. He was then brought to the shelter, neutered, and had surgery to fix his left eye, which had an entropion, a painful condition where the eyelashes grow inward and constantly scrape at the eye. This is one of his profile photos from the shelter's pet finder listing for him, taken before he had the surgery. I can imagine how painful it was. His eye was mostly healed from the corrective surgery by now, but it still looked a bit red and a little wonky, and I'm certain that is why he hadn't been adopted yet. People tend to pass over shelter animals that look ill or damaged in any way. The shelter volunteer told me that Skittles was unhappy at Petco because he hated being confined in small spaces, and I could totally understand that. As we talked, Skittles finished his bath and started paying attention to us. Of course, I stuck my fingers through the holes in the plexiglass to give him a little chin scratching. The volunteer said, "Do you want to pet him?" Without waiting for my answer, she unlocked his cube, and I was face to face with 14.5 solid pounds of curious cat. I started petting him as we continued to talk, and within a few minutes, Skittles was purring. I leaned a little bit into the cube to keep him from hopping out and rested my arm along the floor of his cube, and he almost immediately flopped down and curled into the curve of my arm, his floofy butt in my armpit, and rested his blocky head in my hand, still purring. I kept scratching his head and neck, and the volunteer said with a smile that she'd never seen him connect with anyone the way he was doing with me. Then Skittles happy drooled on me. For people not fluent in cat speak, some cats drool when they're extremely happy. But it was an exceptional thing in this case because Skittles was unhappy in his little cube at Petco. He was stressed in a loud, unfamiliar environment, and a complete stranger was petting him in a manner that many cats won't allow their forever human to do. And yet, there he was, showing his complete trust in me and happy drooling on my hand. Stick a fork in me, I was done. I went home and I filled out the online adoption application, had my phone interview a few days later, and the following Saturday, on a freezing February afternoon, I brought my boy home. That was almost 2 years ago. He's 3.5 years old now and quite a character. I haven't questioned my decision or regretted it even once. And although he hasn't drooled on me since I brought him home, I'm 100% sure he's a happy little dude. And Animals My Love thinks that humans will certainly be happy and never regret every good thing we have done for animals. If you agree with us, please like and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching our video till the end. Goodbye and see you.